As we're entering into fourth quarter of the year, I know a lot of people had a lot of goals that they did not even touch. It's like they started thinking about them from the beginning of the year and they're just like, yeah, maybe next time. Stop maybe next time in yourself, because before you know it, your life is going to pass you by. Before you know it, you're going to be sitting back looking on the what ifs and what should have beens, and I didn't because of blah, blah, blah excuses. You're going to just be left with excuses. Welcome back to the Empowered Woman, Badass, and Unfiltered podcast. Your host, Olivia, here. And this is a podcast episode that I've wanted to put out for a couple of weeks now. And this is my first opportunity to get it out to you. And it's my one monthly solo podcast for the month. And I think this is a good one for you. This is just a quick little kick in the ass if that's something you need. And I've titled this, at some point, it's going to have to be your time. I'm gonna let you know something right now. It's never going to be the right time. All situations are never going to be perfect. You're not going to just wake up one day and your kids are going to be acting right. Your husband's going to be right. Your significant other, whatever. Your job situation might not always be the ideal thing. It's never going to just be, the world's never going to stop for you to get your stuff together. You have to decide that it's going to be that time. Now, I understand there's some times that are better than other times in your life, and you've got to work around that, but you have to be as certain as possible that you're going to make that happen. As we're entering into fourth quarter of the year, I know a lot of people had a lot of goals that they did not even touch. It's like they started thinking about them from the beginning of the year and they're just like, yeah, maybe next time. Stop maybe next time in yourself, because before you know it, your life is going to pass you by. Before you know it, you're going to be sitting back looking on the what ifs and what should have beens, and I didn't because of blah, blah, blah excuses. You're going to just be left with excuses. There's a lot of things that go into making a change in your life and choosing you over other people. Now, I'm saying this because I see so many people watching other people's lives, watching what other people are doing and wishing it could be them, instead of deciding, you know what, it is going to be me. It is going to be something that I do. It is going to be my turn. You have to make that decision. No one else is going to just come along and be like, okay, come on, it's your turn. Come on now. Come on. It's your turn to get it all together. No, you've got to decide that for yourself. Now, I know that there's a lot of limited mindsets that come into this. There's a lot. There's the one that states, well, what will other people think? I'm going to upset other people. Don't ever let the opinions of other people stop you from your healing, your health, and your progress. Don't ever let other people's opinions dictate your life. And that's one of the things I've had to overcome as a former people pleaser. It wasn't easy. Growth, let me tell you right now, this journey, when you choose you, it's not comfortable. If you've been choosing other people all your life and now you're choosing you, it's not going to be comfortable. But that's okay. It's okay. You can do hard things. Start telling yourself you can do those hard things. Start telling yourselves it's possible. A lot of other things is, it's in our habits. It's the little choices we make every single day that allow for us to live the lives that we want. One of the things that I cannot stand to hear is, I don't have time to lose weight. But you got time to eat. You got time now. And now this is not saying that other people, that everybody has the same body type, because no, everybody does not have the same body type. But if you know that you're choosing the double cheeseburger over the salad with light dressing, because the dressing be getting you. The dressing will get you. I know this. But I'm serious. If you're choosing the double cheeseburger over the salad with light dressing and filled with nutrient food versus, I'm talking about a fast food double cheeseburger, it's still a choice. You still have time. And yes, it's not as convenient. I hear you. But like I said, you can either have excuses or results. You you get to keep every single excuse you set for yourself. So what do you want? At the end of the day, if you clicked on this and you want your life to be for you, if you want to actually make change, if you want to actually have things, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an overnight success, but it will absolutely be worth it. It'll be empowering on so many different levels when you finally choose to make you a priority in your life. Because let me let you know, you cannot take care of anybody, can't take care of a single soul if you're not taking care of yourself. And you're not living your life to fulfillment. And I'm not saying everybody has to live a certain type of way. It's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying you need to live the way that you want to, that is aligned with your highest power and your personal goals and the future that you want to have. You've got to make the steps, the choices, everything to do that. And there's no better time but to start today. Because whatever excuse that you've got, like I said before, you can keep it or you can do something about it. Other things when it comes to habits. Okay, so I haven't really talked about this a whole bunch, but I'm actually coming up on a year of living a completely sober lifestyle. And a lot of people say that you need to be in a completely different environment. You need to not be around things at all. And granted, I was only smoking weed and drinking alcohol. I wasn't drinking alcohol to excess, but I definitely feel like I was smoking entirely too much weed. Granted, people have their own opinions on that. Like I said, I live in an area where it's legal, so I wasn't doing anything illegal, but at the same time, it just wasn't right for me. And I don't knock anybody that does choose to live a non-sober lifestyle. I've just chose to do it for myself. And you know what I had to do? That process was uncomfortable. The process, oh my goodness, I thought I was going to have so much more anxiety, but now I don't. I've learned how to properly manage my emotions and do breath work and meditate and calm and look at things and not react to them, but truly respond to them. Also not feel other people's emotions as much, not feel like crap in the morning because I had too much to drink the night before. Things like that. Not go on this constant cycle of it's crazy. It was a crazy cycle of caffeinate, which I still love my caffeine. Don't get me wrong. That's going to be a hard one for me to completely get rid of. I need the caffeine. All of this to say that I had some serious habits that I had to change. A lot of people, when it comes to even smoking, like cigarettes or vaping, you smoke before, first thing in the morning and after you eat. And, right when you get home, people have their times of doing them. Well, you have to choose that in those moments, those choices that you have to stop doing those things. And this is just as small as addictions, right? But addictions aren't necessarily that small. And it goes really for anything in your life. Changing how you do things is how you get a different result. You're not going to get a different result by doing the same things you've been doing. So I've talked about food. I've talked about alcohol and drugs. Let's talk about spending habits. If you want to have a more successful life, you've got to stop spending the money that you're spending, wasting money on, and start investing money. If that's something that you have. A lot of times, relationships. How are you making relationships a priority in your life? The important ones. But the biggest things that people want to change usually in their lives is spirituality, finances, and relationships. Those are the things. Oh, and their fitness. Their fitness. 4 things. These are all related to the little things, the little choices that we make every day in our lives. So I ain't telling you to start off by doing all the stuff. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to make the little choices on a daily basis to make your life move in the direction that you want it to. Because like I said, at some point, it's going to have to be your time. Now, with all of that being said, and all of my different, my Southern accent kicked in there some, go out and be a badass.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Empowered Woman, Badass and Unfiltered podcast. If you found any value in this, please consider sharing and subscribing. Now go out and be a badass.